Good morning, girls, and happy, almost very Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate. This will be my last video before Christmas and my last video of 2024, which is wild to think about. So I thought, you know what? Let's go out on a bang. We are doing red and green. The green is looking super dark on camera, but it is such a pretty green. We're nice and cozy. We've got leggings, a sweater on, a little turtleneck, my inner Diane Keaton, but we made it super festive with some holly berry from Dazzle Dry on my nails, and I figured let's end this holiday season with a bang by doing a healthy holiday meal prep. So when I'm recording this video, it's exactly 1 week before we will be heading out of town to go spend the holidays with my family. I want to be really prepared this upcoming week because of course it's Spirit Week at school. Every day is, dress like a Grinch, do the sweater, do the jammies, do all of the things. In addition to that, we have 2 different classroom parties. It's a busy week for all of us. And I've got so many presents that need to be wrapped next week as well. So I thought to myself, what's something that I could do today to put myself in a really good position for next week? And it is none other than meal prepping. But we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna roast up some vegetables. We're gonna make some bone broth rice. We're going to make some festive ice cubes. The basics, the necessities, but the things that give me a really good starting point for the week ahead. If you've watched any of my meal prep videos, I actually don't like to prep meals. I like to ingredient prep. So I should call it ingredient prep with me, but that probably wouldn't perform very well in the algorithm. But I'm excited to spend the day with you girls. And honestly, I have just had the best holiday season with you. I have definitely increased the amount of videos that I put out in November and December. And as crazy as it sounds, it was so much fun. The ability to connect with you more than once a week has been honestly just like a big ray of sunshine. It has brought me tremendous amount of joy. Sure, there was a little bit of stress at times, but moreover, it was so joyful. And so as I move into January, I'm going to miss the 2 videos a week, but you never know. Maybe next year I'll do the same thing in November and December. So I think we'll get started with some low-hanging fruit and we will prep our very festive holiday ice cubes. Get started with that and freeze those. That way we can enjoy them together here in a couple hours as we continue to do our meal prep. So I am quickly washing up our herbs that we're going to add into the ice cube tray. And here I already have washed cranberries that I had washed last week. They're kind of on their last leg. If I'm going to be honest with you, that definitely helped to inspire these very festive ice cubes. I do this all of the time as well. It's such a fun way to get in extra water. I also like to use these in my spritzer recipes. So I'm just quite simply going to add in the cranberries, our freshly washed herbs over here, fill it up with some water, and then pop on this lid and add it into the freezer. I will have these ice cube trays linked for you down below. The reason I like these is because they fit into these glass water bottles. It's the perfect size, so it makes it really convenient to have them in the freezer. The beautiful sun is gracing us with its presence today, which is so lovely, and why I wanted to get those ice cubes started right away, because I'm definitely craving like a festive drink. I always am craving a festive drink. I just posted an updated Hormone Healthy What I Eat in a Day. You would have seen that video 2 days ago from when you're seeing today's video. So you can go ahead and check out that video after today's video, but I did a really delicious cranberry, grapefruit, rosemary spritzer. It was unbelievable, and I'm craving something a little bit like that this afternoon. But I am getting ready to take my morning supplements. I'm hopeful the sun will continue to stay out, so I'm going to be taking my vitamin D, and because it is the week before Christmas, and of course, as always, check with your healthcare provider or your nutritionist on your dosing. But because it is the week before Christmas, I'm taking 10,000 IUs of vitamin D, which is a typical dosage for me in the cooler, darker months when it gets pitch black, or what it feels like pitch black at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Honestly, it just gets so dark so early in December, which is why I really think I love even more so. I mean, I'm a Christmas girly through and through, but I do really think that plays a huge role as to why I love all the twinkle lights and the sparkle that comes with the season, because it gets so dark so early. But with that, I do pretty much take 10,000 international units of vitamin D during the winter months. And with that, I always say, we think of vitamin D exactly as it sounds, as a vitamin. But indeed, vitamin D is a hormone precursor. And so for those of you who follow me, you probably are interested in women's hormone health, as I am a functional nutritionist who specializes in women's hormone health. So vitamin D is a vital component to having healthy, happy hormones. I always say, when it comes from a mood perspective, from a endocrine perspective, one of the first things I like to test for in my practice is our vitamin D levels. And when I get the test results back, it is pretty ubiquitous that most of the clients in my practice are vitamin D deficient. And you know, the other deficiency that I see pretty much unilaterally across the board, that is magnesium. And I love to take one magnesium with my vitamin D to ensure that I am properly absorbing and synthesizing my vitamin D. And I know the conversation around magnesium tends to be geared towards sleep, and you betcha that inside the BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthrough, because it does have all 7 elemental forms of magnesium, you better believe that you will absolutely get the most incredible, deep, restful sleep by taking this magnesium. But I take one in the morning with my vitamin D for cognition, for energy, and to properly absorb my vitamin D. Likewise, I take one in the afternoon right around 2:45 just to give me a little bit of a calm boost, and then 2 before bed. And I know I've been saying this for 3 years now, but I changed nothing else in my sleep 3 years ago other than taking the BioOptimizer's magnesium before bed, and I got a 30% increase in my deep, restful sleep. That is life-changing. That is absolutely life-changing. That's why this is a company and a product that I've been recommending to you for 3 years. And I'm sure you girls recognize that that really means something to me, that when I find something that shows efficacy unlike anything else I've ever seen on the market, I will continue to stand by this product and share it with you, because it truly has moved the needle, not only in my life, but the lives of so many of you, and likewise my family and friends. So I'm getting ready to take 2 of my vitamin D, even though, you guys, I'm really like, the vibes are just, I've got the Ralph Lauren Spotify playlist happening. I have clove, orange, and cinnamon in the diffuser, and the sun is shining, and we're prepping healthy meals the week before the holidays. So the vibes are vibing, but I really want to ensure that I do absorb my vitamin D. I also want to use my magnesium earlier in the day, as I said, for energy and for cognition, because BioOptimizers does have those 7 elemental forms of magnesium. This is not going to make you feel tired. It's not going to make you feel like you need to lay down, take a nap, TKO. It's not going to do any of those things. This is going to help your brain from a cognition standpoint to fire and wire properly. So that's why utilizing a full spectrum magnesium is so important. And it is reported that 60% of Americans are magnesium deficient. Looking at the labs that I see in my practice, I see those numbers closer to 80%. And that's with a bunch of girls that I work with who hear me rave about this product for 3 years. And so to even see that their labs, that they are magnesium deficient, just goes to show us that the need and importance for magnesium is greater than ever. It is responsible for over 300 enzymatic properties in the body. And so it is crucially important that we ensure that our magnesium levels are in a really good space so that we can stay energized, relaxed, and stress-free during the busy holiday season. So I will have my link for you as well as my discount code in the description box down below, as well as the first pinned comment where you can go on and take advantage of the savings and give the Biooptimizers magnesium a try. Girls, I'm keeping these super simple. We just did the Kirkland organic olive oil. We did some onion and garlic powder. Because I will most likely even have these in the morning with some scrambled egg or a fried egg and arugula. I also will probably have these at lunch during the week, maybe with a Costco grass-fed beef burger. I know, I'm on repeat, but just being realistic, and a little bit of like balsamic arugula and sauerkraut on top of the burger with this. So I'm kind of keeping the flavor profile really neutral. That way I can add in these Japanese yams to whatever protein I'm having throughout the week. Potatoes smell delicious. It's making me really hungry. Now I'm picturing putting those potatoes on top of like a rice bowl with some black beans, some ground beef, some fresh avocado, and cilantro. I'm seeing all of the different use cases for these potatoes throughout the week. So with that, I am going to go ahead and make 2 cups of jasmine rice to have in the fridge. I'm going to be, of course, using the bone broth, so that way we're getting in some extra protein. It is a really great way to bring in some extra protein into your rice, and it makes it taste delicious and so flavorful. I do sometimes use like the turmeric ginger bone broth, my homemade bone broth, but I figured let's make it easy breezy and just do the bone broth from Costco. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off the rice and then add it into the Instant Pot. And I love cooking rice in the Instant Pot because it is absolutely stress-free. You don't have to keep an eye on it. And of course, the lining of the Instant Pot is stainless, so then you don't have to worry about using a rice cooker that is lined with something like Teflon, which I don't necessarily love cooking with. So let's go ahead and get this rice all rinsed off. back. It's a little bit later because it's the weekend when I'm filming this, and earlier the kids were out with Kaya and then they got back from running a few errands and I wanted to spend some time with them. So now we are back and we're going to finish off the meal prep. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 pounds of grass-fed ground beef, brown that on the pan, and have that for the week. So whether it's with lunch over those Japanese yams, or maybe with a little bit of that brown rice for either lunch or dinner, and even throughout the week to have with some scrambled eggs for breakfast, I love having at least 2 pounds of ground beef already cooked in the refrigerator at all times. It makes life significantly easier. As I was saying, sometimes I will take it in the morning for myself, or for the kids, I will scramble it up with some eggs, slice some avocado, put a little bit of arugula with that, and have that as my breakfast with some olive oil on top. It is so delicious and so easy. So I'm probably going to season this with the Thrive Market taco seasoning because that makes it really convenient with the flavor profile that we have going on, especially because I did make those Japanese yams rather neutral with just onion and garlic. Having the grass-fed ground beef with taco seasoning is a really simple and easy way to get it in throughout the entire week. While the pan is heating up behind me, it's the perfect opportunity to enjoy one of our festive ice cubes because it is officially frozen. They look so pretty, and it's such a yummy way to enjoy your festive holiday flavors in the form of a delicious ice cube. Just turned off the beef now. I'm letting that cool down and I'm getting ready to put together a chicken noodle soup for the week, but I'm going to be making it a little bit spicy with some jalapenos and then adding in some cilantro towards the end. But having the beef ready and having some super nourishing chicken noodle soup is going to be such a helpful starter for me this week, because when I want everybody's immune system boosted, ready to go for the week before Christmas, having a nourishing soup on hand is such a game changer. So I will have here on the screen what I use to freeze our broth, and also soup cubes from Amazon. It's just a silicone liner that I use and I pop in the freezer. So if for any reason after the first day or two, I feel like we're not going to use all the soup, I can pop that into that silicone mold and freeze it for when we get back from being out of town for Christmas, which will make it super easy and convenient. I'm going to be making it a little bit spicy with jalapenos and then adding in some cilantro at the end just to give it like a good flavor and kick. So I've got a bunch of garlic cloves, we have celery, of course, carrots, the usuals, onion, jalapenos, and I'm of course using an organic rotisserie chicken from Whole Foods that I got yesterday. So I had this on hand. We're just gonna be pulling this apart and using this for our chicken. And out of the pantry, I grabbed one of the Kettle and Fire chicken bone broths. And if we need more, then I will just do one of the Kettle and Fire chicken broth. But I feel like I probably only will need 1.5. And actually I do have a little bit of bone broth left over from our rice earlier. grabbed all of the chicken off of the bones. I did save the bones. You girls know I love to use them. I throw them into a stasher bag because I'm not ready to make a new batch of bone broth right now because we are headed out of town soon. But then when I'm ready to make a fresh batch of bone broth, I just grab them out of the stasher bag. I put them on a pan. I roast them in the oven, throw them in the Instant Pot, and make bone broth. I will have a link for you in the description box down below how I do my homemade bone broth using rotisserie chicken bones. So this smells good. It's got a little heat to it because I added those jalapenos, but I mean, you girls know it's chicken noodle soup. I actually don't add noodles to it. It's just chicken soup. So this is it. So I'm gonna kind of bring all of this together, start seasoning it, and then we'll add in our broth. I'll let it cool, and this will be perfect for the week ahead. Girls, I want to thank you so much for watching today's video, and I want to thank you for spending this beautiful holiday season with me, and I am so grateful for you each and every year, and especially this year. And for those of you who celebrate, I'm wishing you a very beautiful and Merry Christmas, and I cannot wait to see you in 2025. And if you like today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here in the new year.